Hey, what is going on, everybody? I hope and pray y'all are doing just incredibly well, phenomenally well. So, on this video, I want to go over contracts. So, I posed a question the other day on Instagram and Facebook, hey, asking, what are you stuck on? What do you need help with? And contracts is one of those things that came up multiple times. So, I figure it'd be a great idea to pull up a highlighted version of the contract that I fill out here because you'll see what I fill out and it's going to be very transferable to even your contract, no matter what state you're in. Okay. So before I dive into it, click the like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. Check out the links in the description. I have my free boot camp, my masterclass coming up, and all of these amazing things that you can be a part of to help you achieve your financial freedom through real estate investing. Now, let's share my screen. On this here, I want you to be mindful and let's lock in with me for just 1 second. Let me make myself bigger here on this screen. Remember, although I am showing you my Texas contract, you can almost take this video, kind of pause it and see what I'm filling out and compare it to what you're filling out on your specific state contract. Okay. Most of this stuff is going to be pretty much the same. All right. Sometimes even easier. Like I do deals in Georgia. Those contracts are even simpler than this. Okay. So do not be intimidated. Just take it one step at a time. Okay. But I'll highlight what I believe are the most important parts. Number one, obviously the parties involved, your name or your LLC. You're going to also put on there your buyer. So you can put in the full property address, the city, the county, etc. I typically don't put the lot and block, but you can. Some title companies are lenient on it, like mine. They don't care. They can fill that in, so it's not an issue. If you really just have to have it, I mean, you can look it up. The sale price, obviously, right? So we want to put the sale price on there. We put earnest money. Now, this is extremely important here, okay? Earnest money and option money. So how much of this earnest money are you going to put down? So $0, $10, $500, you'll put that right there. You'll put the title company's information here. Title policy and survey. So I always put at the buyer's expense. One thing that I always highlight when I'm doing wholesale deals specifically, I let the sellers know that, hey, don't worry, we'll handle all of the closing costs, okay? And so if they don't have a survey, I'll put in there that we'll cover the survey, all right? And you'll see here that, hey, the seller has within 3 days to turn in the survey if they have it. If not, it's at the buyer's expense, okay? And so the end buyer will request if they want a survey. It's completely up to them. Do not hound your sellers for a survey, okay? If they don't have it, it is no big deal. And you see, but most of this other stuff is really blank, like it does not apply to us, right? This page right here is completely blank. You just initial. Property condition. We're buying these properties as is. You see that it's selected right there. The closing on here, you just put your closing date. Now this says on or before, okay? And most contracts will say something very, very similar, right? So let's say I might put at the end of this month. Now you can definitely close before then, but I typically put about a 30-day closing on our contracts. Under the possession section, I put upon closing and funding. That's when we take possession of the property. Special provisions is something that I fill out. I typically always put buyer pays all closing costs because I tell the seller that, and I also want it to be written on the contract because when I go to do an assignment of contract, my end buyer will see that the buyer pays all closing costs. Okay. And there won't be any confusion about who's paying it because it's on my contract. Any other special requests or special documents or whatever it may be, or special provisions, I should say, I put right here. Let's say I had a seller the other day that wanted to take the bathroom mirrors out of the mirror, and I agreed to that. So I put in the contract, hey, special provisions, seller will be removing and taking the 2 bathroom mirrors out of the master bathroom, right? So they're fully aware of that, whatever it may be. That page is blank. They just need to initial it. And you'll put the property address on each one of these. You'll sign it. The seller will sign it. Any amendment or seller disclosures, you can attach those. And remember, like specifically for us here in Texas, and even in many, many, many other states, you can typically just Google and download these contracts, okay? Termination period here. So you have a termination option, termination period, a due diligence period, something of that nature, right? This is the most important thing that you need to have on your contract, in my opinion. Let me blow myself up here so you can see me a little better. If for whatever reason you do not find an end buyer for your property, your termination period gives you the option to walk away from this contract, no harm, no foul. Let's say, for example, that you put $5,000 earnest money down, right? And then you gave yourself a 10-day option period. If you wait till day 11, you will not get that $5,000 back that you put down, okay? If you terminated that contract on day 9, you will get your earnest money deposit down or back, okay? This is important. Do not sign a contract, in my personal opinion, without some type of some type of option period, okay? So leave a comment below and let me know that, yes, you're with me. Give me a thumbs up that you understand. I will have a termination period on there. There's been tons of new investors that have actually lost money by not doing this. And I don't want you to be one of them, okay? So they put earnest money down and they forgot to put an option period on there, right? And then the day they put that money down, because they did not have an option period, that money went hard. So when they go to terminate that contract, well, you lose that money, all right? So I think that was a big enough rant. You should be with me by now. You sign it, seller signs it. This right here is just broker information that you need to fill out the receipts there. And that's it. That's contracts for you, okay? Now, remember, yes, this is a Texas contract, but you can literally see what I'm filling out and go over here and look at your contract, your your Florida contract, your Georgia contract, right? Whatever it may be. And just compare, okay, Clifford's filling this out. Let me fill this out, right? You could even print off one of your contracts, right? And highlight it, review it with this video. So that way you can make sure that you're finding and filling those things out on your contract. But here's another thing, a little side note that I want to add. When I first got started and I got my first several contracts, and what's funny is I still do this. So I sent an email to the title company, the escrow officer there, and I said, hey, this is actually my very first deal that I've done, my second deal, whatever it may be. So I'm just getting into the swing of things. Can you please let me know if I did anything wrong on the contract, or if there's anything that you need me to make changes on or correct? Please let me know. And you will be surprised how many just title companies and people want you to win. We want you to win in real estate investing, but you have to let people know what's going on, what you're struggling with, so they can serve you and help you. And I mentioned I still do this today. Well, I just started this year in 2025 in the Georgia market. So when I got my very first deal in Atlanta, I sent them the Atlanta state contract. I said, hey, this is my first deal in Atlanta. I've normally only been doing deals in Texas and in Florida. So this is a new market for me. Please let me know if you need me to change anything on the contract. And guess what? There were some changes I need to make. I was able to make those changes, no harm, no foul. We were able to get that property closed, no problem, right? So I hope this helps and gives you some type of relief when it comes to contracts, and just know they are not as intimidated as they seem. But y'all let me know if you're stuck on something else. Leave a comment below. I do not mind giving you or doing one of these trainings just for you, so that way we can get you unstuck and get you closing deals. But y'all have a blessed one. I'll see you soon.